Hello, everybody. My name is Dillman Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. We're coming to you live from round 3 of the Planning Phase Syndicate Showdown here in Orlando, Florida. I am here in the Sunshine State hanging out with JJ Giron.
Well, hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
So here in round 3, we have Erich Gelsert versus Charles. Looks like I'm missing an S, right?
Charel.
Dude, I straight up copied that from TTT. Didn't I?
It should be RLES for some reason. Yeah, I guess he must have misspelled his own name.
Wait, so how was it? CH?
RLES.
LES. All right. What? Anyway, Charles Dillman. We got this is the Republic versus Scum and Villainy. We're going to break down these lists for you. Before we do that, we'll let you know that all these games are brought to you by Cool Up Print Yards. Use that code GSP for 15% off. Or if you want to support us in another way, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron to get awesome swag quarterly and get that's the number one way to be a great supporter. All right, it's time to break down these lists. JJ, go ahead and take Erich's. I'll do Charles, and everybody at home, it is time for you to choose your champion.
All right, so over on Erich's side, he's flying the Galactic Republic. Starting off the list here, we have Luminara Unduli in the Delta 7. She's running with Brilliant Evasion, R4P17, and Calibrated Laser Targeting. Padme Amidala, which is somebody we haven't seen in a long time, actually, in the N1 Starfighter here, running with Daredevil, Passive Sensors, R4P Astromech, and Proton Torpedoes. Yoda making an appearance here in the ETA-2 Actus with Brilliant Invasion, Patience, Tractor Beam, and Shield Upgrade. And then we have Stab in the new Clone Z95 with Fire Control System, Synchronized Console, and Concussion Missiles. And then to round off the list, we have Slider, also in the Z95, with a Fire Control System, a Synchronized Console, and Concussion Missiles.
Did you call him Stab? Stub.
I did call him Stab, yeah.
We were talking about Miami earlier. Yeah. It's stuck in your head. That's great. All right, here. And on the other side, Charles got Boba Fett, Iman Azamine, and Kanan Jarrus. Boba Fett has notorious Electro Chaff missiles, false transponder codes, Marauder, Maul, and Veteran Tail Gunner. So you can see what he's trying to do there. You can create a screen with the Electro Chaff, be able to turn away. You are able to carry Maul Crew on there, so you have some force support. And, of course, Veteran Tail Gunner gives you those possibilities for bonus attacks using that back arc. Iman Azamine, the bomb trickster extraordinaire, able to use the 3 hard or 3 straight templates in order to pop those bombs in unexpected places. Has trick shot Kira to be able to utilize some shenanigans with the obstacles. You can put a target lock on an obstacle in order to ignore it. There's some really weird interactions there. If you haven't watched our Kira quick tips, we had to make a whole video about it because there's this whole like, what does it count for me or for you? And as it goes, we'll explain it as we go. But basically, all the good stuff happens to Iman, all the bad stuff happens to the enemy whenever you're interacting with a Kira obstacle. Then we have proximity mines, of course, and cluster mines, giving you some different options for bombing. That means he has a total of 3 mines that are going to be available, and the Andrasta title to get the additional bomb slot. And Kanan Jarrus has that ability to neuter some of the offense there, reducing the number of red attack dice being thrown. Has the Compassion card in order to help with regenerating the Force, and Ahsoka.
That's the take away bad crits from your friendlies.
Oh, Compassion. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of
Patience.
That's what it was. And then Ahsoka Tano crew on there as well for a little additional support. Which list do you like in this scramble the transmission scenario?
I gotta be a little biased here. I mean, Charles is my co-host here from Flying Phase Syndicate, and he's flying a list that I've been working on for quite some time here. This double fire spray. But that Rebel list does look intimidating. I'm seeing Padme, which can, really stop the focuses from being converted. Yoda providing extra force to Luminara, and those Z95s with the shared synchronized consoles with those torps or those missiles can do some work, definitely. And we get early shots here onto Boba. And Boba... Oh, and that is a tractor beam shot onto Boba Fett from Yoda.
Yoda, hello. That means that the tractor beam does end up sticking there.
Yeah.
Because you only need two. You need 2 tractor tokens in order to tractor a medium base ship. You have the option to move him now. Or I like it because you force Boba Fett to make the choice to stress himself or hit an asteroid.
Oh my gosh, and if it's right in front of that obstacle right there, so yeah, he's got to make a choice here early on.
I think that's the most effective Yoda play I've seen.
Yeah,
in that little Ada 2.
I don't think I've ever seen Yoda on the table and see him with a tractor beam that goes off right here, like right in the first round here.
So it looks like he's going to. Looks like he's gonna stay.
He's gonna risk it. He's gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Okay.
Aggressive play there from Boba on turn 1. Ends up getting tracted right in front of an obstacle. And we'll see how Charles actually reacts to this for the first round. Some early round 1 shots there. Wow.
Okay.
Amazing.
Now this is just a quick for reference. Do you know that other player? Are they a newer player or anything? Do they know that they have the option to rotate?
He does know that he has the option to rotate.
Okay, cool. I'm not familiar with the players here, so I just was like, do we know what's happening?
But if you consider, right, like rotating here, if you rotate Boba to the top of the board, right, the blues on that fire spray dial is going to maybe just put him more parallel to the edge of the board and not necessarily have enough room to come in. And you don't want Boba's stress facing the wrong way. If you face him away, sure, you will probably get him around the obstacle, but then you're in a spot where, again, you're going to get flanked by those Jedis there. And you're not going to be in a good spot to return fire there from where you're at. So it might be just the positioning choice here from Charles, where he probably didn't want to take that stress to rotate there.
All right. So Charles here. I mean, the fire sprays, they're quite chunky, right?
Yeah.
They're quite chunky. So you're guaranteed to get 1 damage. You know, 1 to 2 shields. If you can bring the fire spray to the end game, just avoid a couple turns of shots, you should be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you manage to get behind the formation here for the Republic with Boba, even if he's still hurt, if you can start punching in some serious damage at range 1, I think it's well worth getting the shield taken out there.
I just realized now my tractor beam questioning statement is very dumb. I was looking at Erich's name and asking the question. It was Charles who was tractor beamed.
I
was like, wait a second. This process that my question didn't make any sense. Anyway, sorry to insult you, Sir Charles. All right, so we got a barrel roll there.
Yeah, that system phase barrel roll from Yoda, looking to try to outmaneuver that Boba.
All right, and I think it sounds like Electro Chaff might be coming out here.
Yeah. And let's see where he places it.
And he's going for the 4 straight. So the options you have are the 3 banks or 4 straight.
Yeah, trying to discourage pursuit. I mean, you might be just turning in to go into Yoda and trying to at least set up a barrier there from those other ships.
Don't touch my bubba. There it is. So if you hit it and land on it, you get a jam. You have to roll a die. On a hit or a crit, you take a stress.
That's right. And you
also break all locks.
That's right.
On you or that you have.
Exactly.
Crispy's in the chat. Chaff time, baby.
Yeah. I think Crispy's probably like the premier user of chaff.
It's like, I made chaff cool. Witness me.
All right, so we get that turn in from Yoda. He's expecting to try to block Boba if he does decide to do a hard turn in. We'll see how Charles responds there.
We got a little bit of a spatial rift on the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I like to call those when the table's not quite flat.
You know, the Florida atmosphere, you know.
Yeah. A little warping. Takes a focus action.
And a one bank here from Kanan, probably looking to scramble that transmission right there.
I like that. So the positioning essentially telegraphs that he's going to be going towards the bottom of the board and probably trying to meet up with the fire sprays in that bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah. And if you're Iman right now, you know, if you can manage to draw those Z95s over there and have the Jedis go after Boba, you're going to be in a pretty good spot.
So we did see Yoda do a scramble this turn, so has the top left token.
And
so he decided to focus, not to scramble on the Hawk.
And looks like he's going to choose to use the chassis ability for a boost here on Slider.
I'm still not 100% familiar on these new Z95s. So this is his pilot ability?
No, it's the chassis ability. If you perform a blue maneuver, that's, I believe, 2 to 4, you are... There you go.
While you reveal maneuver is blue.
Yeah, blue maneuver. Yeah, there you go.
Add a white boost to your action bar.
Yeah, there you go. So that's his action there, that boost there. Oh, and we get a turn in here from Luminara.
Now has to deal. Probably didn't think about the chaff. Now you got to deal with it. I mean, you have the maneuverability. You can be okay.
And we'll see if Padme turns in, and yeah, she does. All in on Boba here.
Huh.
Hoping to get Boba in that onto that rock, hopefully, and get some free shots.
I'm guessing Boba has to go fast enough to get past the rock.
Yeah.
You definitely remember if you are on an obstacle.
We get a passive sensor trigger here from Padme, looking to set up that proton torpedo. Now imagine Charles did a 4 straight to land on top of the chaff just to break the lock. That would be the biggest brain move right there. All right. And Iman lands on the debris, but because he has the lock on it, Kira does apply here, so he gets to ignore that obstacle. And we'll
what obstacle?
Exactly.
What obstacle?
And he probably is going to have a trick shot here onto Padme.
Yeah, and that's an example of the Kira ability saying you ignore the bad effects, but you still get things like trick shot. And there looks to be a 2 straight. And lands right there in between the asteroid and the chaff. Probably range 1 from Luminara and the rest.
Yeah. And he does take 2.
It's going to be 2 damage.
Yep. Now here's the little part here for Padme as well that I just noticed. Boba Fett has false transponder codes. So if she takes that lock, that's jammed.
It's broken immediately. So they mean nothing.
Yeah.
So I guess you take a calculate. Instead of, you brought passive senses, you just bring a calculate instead.
And we'll just take that focus. We're going to see shots here from Boba. And if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be a front and rear arc attack here.
Veteran tail gunner going to do some work. Here we go. Boba's up first at initiative 5.
All right.
So they're discussing Padme's ability right now. Let's go ahead and pull her up.
Yeah, so Padme reads here, while an enemy ship is in your front arc, defends or performs an attack, that ship can only modify one focus results, and the other focus results can still be modified here.
So if you rolls 3 focuses after spending the it only becomes 1, and you can't re-roll any of those focuses.
And look, we're going to get the trigger here. That's 2 focuses there.
You can re-roll those 2.
All right, so does he just spend the force here instead of the focus? I think that'll be the smart move.
Yep, and he calls it there. There's the force.
That's 4, and it looks like it's going to Yoda, if I'm not mistaken. That's range 1. Oh, no, that's through the chaff, so it must be range 1. Yeah. All right, so now this shot is now going to Yoda out the back here.
And here we go. Boba.
Luminara trigger, and we'll make it down from a hit to a focus.
Yeah, Luminara and Padme are dirty together.
Yep,
They're
absolutely.
super good.
And he's going to spend the focus and make it... He should actually make it 3, not 2. All right?
Oh, blanks out, taking damage.
All right. So that's a -1 there in Yoda. Yoda with 2 hull left.
Oof. Looks like baby Dillman just walked in the room. In the room.
Mm-hmm.
Cutie.
All right, and we're going to get the Luminara shot here. CLT added.
Added. There it is. Come on, Luminara. Going to do some work for 4 hits. 3 hits and a crit going into Boba Fett. It is an obstructed shot. Taking at least 2. If you get 1 blank here, that will get into the hole because of hitting the asteroid earlier. Here we go. And right there, double blanks. Re-roll Boba. He doesn't have any way to modify that.
Did he not roll the obstructed? Or are we missing?
Oh, you're right. It's obstructed. Charles! It's obstructed. +1 die.
All right, there we go.
We got it. We did it.
You got it.
We did it together.
Okay, now that I'm back.
No. You had a chance.
All right.
So that was a wounded pilot there?
Yep. And we're going to get a Maul trigger here, which is going to allow Boba to take a stress in exchange for recharging that force. So he'll have a mod here for this next attack.
So he's got that force up, and another shot coming in. Here's Padme. Target lock sets up.
And we should get a FTC trigger, but I think it's it a may or must?
Let's ask.
The false transponder?
Yeah. Is false transponders may or must? False transponder code should have gone off.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. They're getting sorted.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, we're good.
I love her hair. My daughter has like the same hair, yeah. Like she walked in, I was like, oh, I have a little curly baby too.
I've had every, like, so many people are like, I have a doppelganger child.
Alrighty. All right, they're gonna check obstruction here in a moment. And yeah, guys, I know that I knew that the false transponder code wasn't optional. It's just one of those you don't want to yell like, "Hey, idiot, you missed it!" Right? It's you stated as a question like, "Hey, is it a man or a mouse, guys?" Oh, okay, cool. We learned something together.
I'm telling you, the Florida heat just makes you forget stuff. It's in vacation mode, man. I'm telling you. All right, so it looks like we might get a Kanan trigger here for this attack.
They did recover the torpedo. Well, they'll realize it when they go reach for the other torpedo.
Yeah. And
I'm not too concerned about that part.
Yeah.
So right there, Erich getting a little deflated after not being able to pop off that proton torpedo, which is understandable because he got Boba down to half already. That's very rare, and we're in round 2.
Yeah. And we're measuring here. Looks like this will be a trick shot onto Padme. The question is the second obstacle obstructing Padme? And choosing to shoot at Luminara instead at range 3, because that's definitely not an obstructive shot. So we're going to see a 4-die attack here.
And here we go. 2 hits and a crit. 1 blank out there.
And debating on the Luminara trigger.
Yep, so this is Iman Azamine firing.
So Luminara reaching to spend the force to use the ability, and will knock down the crit down to a hit result.
And defending.
And
brilliant evasion for 4 evades. Because if you're gonna do it, you might as well make it look cool.
Yeah.
Use them all.
Make it flashy.
That's right. Alrighty.
Alrighty. So next shot here will be from Yoda to the rear, Boba.
Here comes Yoda.
Yoda's so normally peaceful, you know.
Yeah, not today.
Not today.
Not today. This is Yoda fighting his ghosts, his dark side, and got some money there.
Goodness.
Does he have the force? Yeah, he's gonna spend it for hit, crit. So Boba's guaranteed 1 crit. Let's call it maybe more, but he's got the rerolls. He gets to try again. No way to modify that. That is
He
hit.
does
crit.
have a force.
He has 1 force from Maul, right?
Maul, yeah.
Structural. I don't think he had any force there. It was all gone. Direct.
Oh my goodness.
Boba Fett goes down to 1 hole.
Ooh. That is a tough turn there for Boba, taking that angry Yoda. Jeez.
Angry I am.
And we get a notorious trigger here from Boba onto Yoda.
All right, there you go. And Boba Fett should do something before he leaves the board. It's very rare to see a Boba Fett go down so hard. I feel that tractor beam, I think, really ends up doing some big stuff.
All right, so that was an attack there from Stub going into Kanan. Kanan will spend the focus and will evade that shot.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it there. It looks like we have 1-1 for objectives. Oh, no, actually, no. Kanan didn't scramble at the end over there, so looks like just one additional point for Erich for this one.
Yeah, they're at the top of the board, and we will double check our score with what they have. Whoosh. All right, there. Our strapping lads.
Our gladiators as they battle out.
That's right. My favorite one of these shots is when you have both players like with one hand on the table looking over.
The standing.
It's the best.
Man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If people are asking where Yoda is, right behind Boba. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it turns out that his ETAs are really small, and they can easily be overshadowed at the angle there. So thank you everybody again for joining us today. Again, this is the Phase Syndicate Showdown. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday afternoon. We got 2 more rounds after this round, and we'll have some more games to stream here for you guys. So taking a look at the board state here, Charles has some early trouble here with a structural damage Boba Fett. Took some nasty crits there from the engagement there from both Luminara, Yoda, and that Padme shot, just really hurting Boba's ability to modify those dice on defense here. And we got those Z95s towards the bottom of the board, looking to kind of pinch her in towards the center and cause some trouble there for the scumless.
All right. Had to step away, talk to my younger brother. It's been nice being in Florida, like I said, visiting family.
Yeah.
Of course, he went ahead and threw one of my wireless transmitters or the receivers on the floor. Yeah, that's what they say.
As long as it doesn't take a structural damage.
That's right. Structural damage. We're done. We're out.
Yep, it went down.
It went down. Look at that. Look at it. The stream went down. Telling you.
Oh, right here, man. I got you. You're welcome, man. You're good to go.
All right.
You should be able to reach. Should be able to reach there. Should be able to reach right there. There you go, man. I think one day you're gonna have like a mini little satellite array.
I'm gonna have to do something because. No, this was my phone's fault. It like disconnected itself. Hello. All right, should be spinning back up here. There it is. All right. Sorry about the delay there. Let's go ahead and watch. We saw Yoda do some zooming there towards the top of the board. Here is Stub making a move.
Yeah, just doing that one straight there, just barely avoiding the other Z95 there. Good move. Looking to just greet Kanan, who's coming around the corner there.
I just want to hug you. Everything is fine, I promise. And we're going to set up a target lock. Remember, synchronized console is live, so Stub and Slider can share that. And structural damage on Boba Fett means 1 agility. We've seen many times that that Boba Fett ability make Boba feel almost invincible. Not so much today.
And we get a full stop here from Kanan.
So they may have caught Erich by surprise. The thing, I guess my question for Charles is, by stopping there, you are protected for a turn, for sure. You might end up having those Z95s overshoot you next turn, depending on what Slider ends up doing.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we might expect him to actually do that that slide this turn, if he was trying to create a little bit of a kill box.
Yeah, I think that from that angle, it doesn't look like a 3 straight with clear for Kanan. So your only other option to clear the stress will probably be doing a 1 bang. And
Jam ends up clearing the evade from full throttle.
Yep.
Major Rope. MJ Harope, 76. Thank you for the sub. Padme is going to go ahead and scramble the transmission. Charles has got to be careful not to get behind on the scramble race. All right, little side-to-side move that would overlap.
Yep.
That.
Won't get the jam.
So he'll get jammed. Have to roll for a stress. Will end up being stressed.
So Boba's kind of in a good spot here because he has nobody taking shots on him. So he has a pretty good leeway to just at least start punishing a little bit back. He's not going to have that pesky Padme stopping his focuses, so we'll see. Let's hope Erich doesn't let Boba get away and start causing havoc.
Yep. Erich is going to go ahead and try to attempt the normal 2-bank. And it looks like it fit. I didn't believe. I'm going to be honest. I did not believe. All right, so ends up doing the 2-bank and scrambles the transmission. He is willing to take the. He can't even take the shot from Kanan because Kanan's facing the right side of the board.
Let's see what Iman does. Let's see which way Iman's going. Iman turning towards Kanan here. He's got a pretty good shot into a tokenless Padme out the back.
But he's still on the debris, so he has to boost.
Well, no, Kira allows him to ignore.
Oh, he's on. You're right. He's Kira. I'm forgetting about Kira. She's sneaky. She's sneaky.
Yeah, that Kira coming in really big here. It's gonna take a focus. And we'll see
Takes
what Boba
the
does
focus.
here.
I think though, if Erich takes only a couple of damage this turn, this gambit ends up being worth it. Because you end up ahead 4-0.
Yeah.
With the next turn, most likely Charles not grabbing all 3 of those again, so you're really probably netting around 5 or 6.
And
it's going to end up taking a stress here.
And he's double stressed here now. He's a sad Boba right now.
Mm-hmm. He will have a back arc shot onto Luminar.
Possibly onto that onto Stub.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
All right, we get into the shots.
And here's the roll. 1 hit, 2 focuses.
Oh, it looks like he's only going out the rear. He did not check for that range out the front.
All right, so Luminara and Trip focuses. Has got nothing.
And now we're going to Iman now, since the other 4s do not have a shot.
Iman Azamine. All right, so no Padme ability on this one if Iman chooses to go there. That's what's being asked right now.
All right.
Gonna check to see what I got. Oh, checking to see if he can use that trick shot shenanigans onto Yoda. Yoda does have an evade, but no force.
Yeah. So he could definitely get that trick shot and only allow Yoda to roll 4. He does have that evade available, but it may not be enough to save him.
He's also got trick shot into slider.
Yeah.
The red Z95 there, bottom right hand side.
All right, and we're gonna get an obstruction check here. He's checking to see if that second obstacle is obstructing Yoda. All right, and he is in range at range 3.
Okay.
All right.
So he's going to go into Yoda. Four dice. And spending the focus for another full string. Iman doing some work.
Ooh, Yoda only getting 2, and that's gone.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. There was a little discussion over there. Like, wait, he's alive. No. He's
not.
yeah. Oh, he's gone.
So that is some points that Charles definitely needed there to offset the triple scramble here that Erich has. And we'll see what else these Z95s can do now. See if they can put some hurt onto Kanan.
Oh.
And we get a Kanan trigger here as Stub is about to take a shot onto Kanan. He's going to reduce that concussion missile that is obstructed down to 2 dice. That's a sad concussion missile. Not
Mm-hmm. So 2 dice concussion. Is it worth spending the concussion here?
I mean, either that or you're rolling 1 red die. Obstructed.
True.
We got fire control. 2.
Worth it today.
Yep.
2 shields down.
All right. And And now that's the end of the shots there. So we got 3 more points here for Erich as he has all 3 objectives here scrambled. And Charles leading slightly, 5-3 here.
Yeah, but Erich is also a sneeze away from 9 points.
Yeah.
Right, like that is very close.
Taking a look at that board state, though, I mean, you got to think he doesn't have very many avenues for chasing Boba. I mean, you possibly have that hard one from Luminara to maybe get a range 3 shot onto Boba, but it's going to be tough to catch him for where he has all his ships right now. And if you're Padme, you got to be worrying about those mines right now coming in.
32 minutes left. Reminder that we have 2 more rounds set up after this one. So we're playing Scramble this turn. That means per tournament rules, it is guaranteed to be chance engagement next turn. And then we have a mystery 5th round.
That's right.
What will be your... here's a question for you. What's your favorite objective? Do you have a favorite one?
Yes, my favorite objective is assault at the satellite array. That's definitely my favorite one, just because the area control dynamic added on to positioning when you're playing with like a specific list. You know, you're trying to get that perfect positioning, but at the same time, if you can see what your opponent is doing as well, if they're very objective heavy, they kind of telegraph what they're wanting to do with that. So you can possibly feint to make it seem like you're going to go after an objective and make your opponent go to a specific area to lure them there,
right?
And completely go out the other way and just trick them out and try to take them out. And I think that's the most exciting part of it. So yeah.
Cool.
Now, if you're Emon here, do you drop the clusters or the proxy mines here?
Let's take a closer look. You have those. I think I'm not sure that you can.
Because you could just do the 3 straight here, right? And just leave it like right in front.
Right in front of it. I mean, you're gonna get at least 2. You're gonna get at least 2. You drop that cluster because you hope that you get 3.
Yeah.
And it's 2 dice roll for each, right?
Yeah.
So I mean that's better than a prox mine.
Yeah.
And Erich calls it out. Which one you gonna do? Looks him in the eye and says,
"Which
"Go
one am I
do
gonna
it."
take today?"
He's going for the cluster mine.
All right. Oop. Oh, slight bump. So he's not like TTS, so he just hit a button and it pops out, right? Yeah.
So guaranteed to hit. So rolls 2 dice there. And takes 2 right off the bat.
That is shields down there.
Ouch! That hurt. I heard him say. Alrighty. All right, and we're going 3 hard. I want to see Erich. I want to see Erich get that Boba Fett. Let's go.
Ooh, facing down Emon. I think Emon is fine going straight and just bumping.
Yeah, I'm
He's
okay
fine.
bumping you. This is fine. I can jump over you later and then bomb you.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Or jump over you now. It's definitely a possibility. All right, we're going to get Kanan to move.
We get the 3 straight here. Let's see if it clears. Ooh, it looks like it just might.
I would have a judge do this. This is
yeah.
Especially after moving it.
Yeah.
It's. I think that it's casual. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah, we're fine. It's close enough. It's close.
Close enough.
Yeah. All right. Now that does clear that stress that Kanan has. He's behind both of the Z95s here, so unless Slider decides to slide around, I'm not sure he's going to get any shots onto Kanan.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes for the focus, chooses not to scramble.
Mm-hmm. Charles wants to win just by killing stuff.
Yep.
Which we've seen be effective before.
Yep. And Slider just doing the 2 bank there. He's taking a nice tour at the edge of the map.
Mm-hmm.
And Charles gets some reinforcements at the at the side of the table there.
That's right.
And he grabs a lock onto Iman in the center of the board there.
Oh, he's going through
pad
both
bank
with the 3 bank. Just roll it. Just roll it first before it's.
Yeah.
That's what Charles says before you even waste your time. Just go ahead and just roll it, those dice.
First one.
Oh, 1 hole.
Oh my god.
That was a 6 for 6 cluster missile with a crit to boot. Oof.
Wow. What a swing. Holy cow. And Padme is gone. That's got to be one of the most effective cluster mines drop I've ever seen. Like, in a long time. My goodness. I mean, you would think that that Grudge is out there, like, dropping these.
Yeah, nope. Turns out, Iman was the man all the time.
He's like, I am the real Grudge.
All right, so we're going to get the turn here.
Yeah, Luminar are now desperate to try to get those points.
Yep. She was stressed, which is going to take her longer to get around.
That chaff cloud is definitely
Expired.
expired. Yep. They actually do need to remove it off the board now that I think about it. We missed that. Yep.
When is Dion playing? I'm not playing. I'm here to hang out with JJ, commentate, do my thing.
And we do get a 1 straight from Iman. He's perfect right there. He is happy to be right there.
Hug me.
Now, does he take the red focus here?
Yeah,
does.
he's gonna go ahead and focus just in case. Now, Boba hasn't moved yet, right?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. So we got a 1 straight from Boba, clearing 1 of the 2.
Still gonna be stressed.
Probably still has a range 3 shot, maybe, onto Lumi.
Yeah, there's a chance. But man, the positioning here for Erich has been a little bit rough. He hasn't been able to take advantage of the double stress.
Yeah, definitely a nice break there for Charles to recover from that early trouble from all those hits. And looks like just out there.
Out of range. Just a quick reminder. Remember, when you measure range, single edge to single edge of a range ruler. Definitely seen some diagonal diagonal measuring. I'm like, nah, that's not how that works.
All right, range 0 here.
Single crit.
So stop rolling extra 1 for his speed and
got what it
fine.
needed.
And Stub attacking Iman, but Kanan will spend the force to make it just a single red.
And safe.
Got it.
And here we go. This is where the pain can happen right here. Kanan has a range 1 into Stub. Remember, those C95s only have 4 health, 2 shields, 2 hull. Has a focus for defense. Ooh, only 1. Could be the saving grace.
Ooh.
Oh, just rolls and natties.
It's a leftover evades from the last round. Yeah.
So that's the reason for the third agility die there is for his ability.
That's right. And he's definitely an interesting Z95. You know, he gets different benefits depending on how fast he's going.
Yep.
The odd number maneuvers give him an extra attack die, and the even number maneuvers give him that extra defensive die. So it's definitely an interesting way to adjust his stats and how aggressive or defensive you want to be just based on the dial. It's a fantastic pilot. And at the end of the round here, Erich gaining 3 more points here since he still has all 3 of those objectives scrambled.
Yep, keeping pace. He's keeping pace by prioritizing that, and that is a perfect example of how you have this balance of playing the scenario versus playing just killing ships. So you know, because this game could be 10-0.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely that is the saving grace right now for Erich. That's going to keep him in this game. Is just making sure that he's scoring those objective points. And Charles has got to be a little bit worried because right now, as his objectives or his ships are, he's not in a great spot to claim any of those objectives. So it's going to, at least for 2 turns, going to be Erich just claiming all 3 of those objectives, just slowly chipping away at the lead for Charles.
And looks like Firecast Focus letting us know that Ireland just beat Mexico to go to get their 2nd round win in the event.
Wow, congratulations, guys.
Pretty schwanky, pretty schwanky. Charles having a little bit of, not Charles, excuse me, Erich having a little bit of feels bad on Yoda.
Yeah,
absolutely. like Yoda is what got him into the game, right? It's what made it so that he had a path to victory, and just that pop so early has been rough.
Yeah, the 3 hole on the 8 ETAs is like when you blank out there, it just sucks. Yeah. So Charles taking initiative this turn, and we'll see if he does anything for system phase here. And nope, just goes to do a hard 2 with Kanan towards the center. And is going to most likely just take a focus.
They have the chaff still on the table.
And Stub is going to do a hard 2 going towards Boba. It looks like he's going to go into pursuit mode here and trying to get Boba. Nope, got a small bump.
All right, takes a turn. Gonna try to get some shots into this Boba Fett, but now he's not stressed anymore.
Yep.
Can you do anything about it?
Now, do you think that the 1 straight for Iman will get him just in range to get that scramble?
I think he's in range 1 right now. I think it keep him in range 1. Yeah.
It'd also give him a perfect opportunity to drop another a bomb onto.
Oh, 100%. I mean, this might end up working as well. He's doing a 2 bank, maybe onto the rock.
And looks like he clears it.
Whoo.
And Iman will stay stressed.
So right now we're doing a little do-si-do. Everybody
Yep,
just turning,
turn around.
trying to get pointed back to each other.
Swing your partner.
And he's going to go ahead and take that boost. Oh, he's not able to boost. He had to do a blue maneuver,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah.
Blue.
And Lumi.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine.
Skirting around the edge there. Yep.
So a little bit of X-wing geometry there. Even if your ship, as long as your ship is at a perfect 45-degree angle, you could be literally a micrometer from the edge. If you do a 2-turn or 3-turn or a 1-turn, you're always going to be safe. Absolutely. If your mat is cut straight.
That's right. Only AMG official mats, people.
Those aren't cut straight either. Oh, man.
And we get the one bank there from Boba.
Oh, that gives Stub a shot. Boba?
The question is, do you boost to try to get out of arc? With a structural damage there? Ooh, that's brave. Okay.
Did he just go for the reinforce?
He went for the went for the focus. He's going to roll for the wounded pilot.
And it's going to take a stress from the wounded.
Oof.
All right, we're into shots here. Boba Fett going into Stub.
The Stub is in a bad spot right here. He has 3 arcs.
Mm-hmm. Can he live to initiative 3 to shoot? Basically, he's got to survive 2 shots. Well, that's
Marauder?
That's one way to survive it. If you can get out of this one hit.
So it's an obstructed shot.
Nice.
And got it. Next up here, Iman. And here we go.
And here, Iman came to do some work. One hit, 2 crits. Shield.
Shield's down.
Down.
All right, Luminara here getting the range 2. Oh no, range 3 actually.
Range 3. They just got to squeak 1. Just 1. Spend for 2.
Boba needs perfect dice here. Oh nope, needs to roll 1 less. Nope.
There it is.
He's got to roll 1 less to roll 1 too many.
He did?
Yeah.
It's range 3, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's 3 minus 1.
Why is it -1?
Structural damage. Structural damage. Structural damage on Boba.
You're saying there's a chance? And that'll do it.
Yep, that'll do it.
So Boba Fett, right there, structural damage ends up mattering. Big swing, Erich, 15 to 10. That's going to be 18 to 10 here in a minute.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Kanan now needs a really good shot here to take out Stub and hopefully close that gap down. But yeah, that 3 points from the scramble is huge, huge.
All right. Here we go. Next shot into Stubbs. This is coming from Kanan. 1 hit.
Gets it.
And there we go.
Safe.
Hold on to that ticket stub because that ship is alive.
Now, the one thing he's got to be worried about is if the 3 straight is long enough to get that proxy right onto him, that might take him out, possibly.
Reach out and touch him.
So, all right. So even if he manages to get 2, I don't know if the 3 straight will put Kanan in range to possibly take that objective.
Oh, they have 19 to 10.
Did we miscount?
It's close.
Yeah, it's close.
It's
fine. Yeah.
All right. We will have essentially guaranteed one more round. The win condition here for Charles has closed. The
Yeah, so for Charles, losing Boba there at that turn, that pretty much helped seal the game there. But even without Boba going down, just those 3 objectives being scrambled there and remaining under control was definitely a huge boon for Erich, just maintaining that stranglehold there. That's basically more than half his points for this game. Right
yeah.
now. That made up the difference for losing 2 ships. Or at least a ship and a half. Oh, yeah, the 2 ships. Yeah, 2 ships.
So it looks like Charles is at least going to play it out for points, for placement.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Fight to the bitter end.
And Charles will be first player this round.
And we'll see if Iman can reach out and touch here with a bomb. You try.
I think that does.
Get him.
Yes, it does.
Got it.
That's 1 automatic. Let's see if he dies here. Yep. Got him.
Nickel City X-Winging. Yes, that is the planning phase syndicate, Charles. And Stubb goes out there, 19-13. Get your points.
Yep. So that does clear the 3 bank for Kanan, and maybe a range 1 scramble. I mean, at this point he's playing for points, but still.
I think one of the things, like for Erich, he definitely made a good play of collecting those satellites early, but I would have liked to see. I guess it wasn't completely his fault. So Luminara kind of got stuck in that corner for a couple turns, right? So that hurts. We're on turn 6.
Oh yeah.
But the Kanan, I felt like was maybe a little bit underutilized.
Yeah,
in this game. I wanted to see more focus rotates.
Yeah,
right?
Just to keep it. I think he was using Kanan a lot more defensively to help out Iman. But if Iman is not taking shots at that point, yeah, you definitely got to focus rotate at that point, yeah. And we get a slider ability. He's going to do the side slip here.
Got a little slide to the right. And a barrel roll to the right.
That's actually a really nice way of doing that.
Getting out.
Speed.
Out of the way.
He's the EHMP now. Yep. And that's it. At the end of the round there, no other shots. And
plus 3 points on Erich's side. We'll call that score 22-13. Congratulations to Erich getting the win here in the 3rd round. We thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List.
our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.